Human Boy, yes, yes. Human Boy, yes, yes. Going up against, and I guess we'll have to just take out the second yes to fit his name on the scorecard. My apologies to the player. And then we got Biblington coming in as his opponent. And we're going to see who comes out on top in this first round between these two fine fresh recruits. Although I think it's safe to say fresh recruits they are no longer. So let's go ahead and get to the field of battle, where it looks like, fortunately, we're not too far behind. They are still loading in. And then we can update those faction cards. So Skaven going to be here for RTK Human Boy, yes, yes, which makes sense given his name. And then we're going to have the Empire for Biblington. Skaven versus Empire. Very fair, even matchup as far as I'm concerned. I know, it's crazy. It's like, it's weird that I've been streaming longer than she's been alive now. I need to, that's weird. I'm getting old. But enough real life stuff. Let's go ahead and make it 0-0 here. And then we're going to go over these two fine players' armies. So, oh, goodness gracious. Look at this amateur hour. My cursor's on the screen. Ugh, disgusting. So, starting with the Empire, we're going to have a front line of spearmen. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other than that, we're going to have a very healthy contingent of cavalry in the form of 4 Knights of the Blazing Sun. These guys just looking glorious with their flaming lances. On the left flank, it does appear we are going to have 3 Empire Knights. Man, I love fresh recruit battles. It's just like a big old Cav Empire army against a Skaven. And then for the leadership, we're going to have Volkmar the Grim on top of his chariot. He's going to have Grand Soulfire, Grand Shield of Faith, Grand Hammer of Sigmar, Banishment, and the Jade Griffin. Now up in the air for that magic, we're going to have a Bright Wizard with Burning Head, Fireball, as well as Kindle Flame and the Power Stone. He's going to be flying that Pegasus. Now that rounds out the Empire army, so let's see what the Skaven have brought for us today. We're going to see Poisonwing Globadiers up front. Looks like got 2 of them. We have 2 of the Warplock Giselles. We're going to have a healthy number of Clan Rats with shields, and here's 3 of them. Then we're going to have some Clan Rats with spears, another 4 of them. Some Skaven Slave Spears, just going to be 2. And then for the artillery, we're going to have 2 Plague Claw Catapults. And a Gracier of Plague with 2 Rat Ogres in support, including the Hell Pit, the Fighters of Hell Pit. Now for the magic, we are going to have Vermintide, Pestilent Breath, and then we got Unholy Clamor and Scorch. So here it goes. Warplock Giselles focusing on that Bright Wizard, and Bright Wizard would do well to stay out of their range if he can, because they're pretty much the main thing that's going to threaten them. Now the Skaven army is going up against something I think they were not expecting, which is a huge Cav rush. They do have 3 Rat Ogres, I actually need to point out, so those Rat Ogres will help a lot, but they are up against 7 units of heavy Empire Cavalry. So they're going to have to work cut out for them, but on the Skaven's favor, Clan Rats with shields shouldn't have any problem defeating Spearmen. Probably won't be a decisive victory, but with the summons, I think the Skaven are going to win this infantry fight very quickly, and it's going to be all about whether or not the Empire can pressure and crack the back and the flanks before the infantry lose their fight. Over here, Burning Head coming down right through the Skaven line, crushing 1 unit. Going to narrowly miss that unit. Oh yeah, just going to kind of go right between those 2 units instead of hitting anybody. Meanwhile, in the back lines, it does look like the Empire is starting to get their hands in the cookie jar. You can see Knights of the Blazing Sun hitting this Plague Claw Catapult crew, but a Clan Rat Summon and Rat Ogres are in there to intercept, but more Knights pouring in from the other side, so we will see. Balance of power in favor of the Skaven right now, though, and it does look like some of these Knights have taken some serious damage. Grand Soulfire going down on top of the Clan Rats with spears. Knights of the Blazing Sun getting in on top of the Plague Claw Catapults, but now Poison Wind Globes and Natty Boo Boo shooting them from point blank, just doing so much damage. And yeah, I mean, the front line has actually gone in favor of the Empire, it seems, in a lot of places, so we'll see if they can start capitalizing on that. But yeah, the Empire just needs to get moving quickly if they want a chance of winning this thing. A nice Burning Head going through quite a lot of key Skaven units, narrowly missing that final one, but still doing a little bit of touch damage. More Rat Ogres coming to pile in on top of Volkmar. And taking a higher level here, seeing the periphery unit starting to regroup, the Empire trying to get things back online. The Skaven, I didn't notice, but one of the Blood Call catapults was completely routed out of there. Looks like they're trying to go get back on top of their artillery models now. So, I mean, Empire at least shutting down the artillery, but right now the Natty Boo Boo Sharpshooters and the Poison Wind Globes continue to run amok and do quite a lot of damage here. Volkmar the Grim causing some nice terror, but the balance power continues to creep further and further in favor of our Skaven player, and I have to be inclined to agree with it. There's just plenty of Skaven infantry here. As you can see, the Empire Spearmen did an admirable job, but now across the field they have broken and are routing. And, you know, the Skaven still have all of their firepower that, you know, it just seems like the Empire is not going to be able to shut down with the tattered remnants of their cavalry. Nice Grand Soulfire. Volkmar never going down without a fight. Oh no, the Empire Knights gonna get charged. Run! There go the Shatters. Army loss is kicking in. Let's go get some cinematics of Volkmar's last stand. Or not. Wonderful game. Both of those guys. Really like what I'm seeing. You know? You know? But in all seriousness, I think this Skaven army was very well put together. It had, I mean, yeah, it had everything you need. You have plenty of chaff infantry to just, you know, hold the line, act as fodder with the summons to augment them. You have the long-range potential with the Plague Call catapults, semi-long range, you know, like Ushapti range or Block Giselles, and then close range Poison Wind Globadiers. And the Rat Ogre is obviously going to be a key ingredient, but the thing I want to emphasize is, like, everything in this army complements each other. Plague Call catapults are great at destroying Empire infantry, and even if there's an Empire infantry, you saw they didn't do a half-bad job at still just pressuring the cavalry towards the Skaven lines. Warplock Giselles can snipe down important units, can force heroes to think twice about getting into situations. A lot of damage on the Bright Wizard was done by them, although I will admit that he never did fully assassinate it, so Biblington must have been doing something right there, or HumanBoyYesYes must have been doing something wrong. But the Poison Wind Globadiers doing a ton of work, getting a lot of gold value. Warplock Giselles also paying for themselves. Plague Claw catapults, don't be deceived. I still think just the long range pressure is always nice, but it just so happened that against this army, they didn't have too much of a role to play because, you know, this army was never going to try and sit back and poke at the Skaven. He didn't really need that long range pressure since all of these people had to rush in. But you know, you can't know that going into the battle, so I still think this build is just nice all around. As far as this build goes, I like it, but there's a difference between what I like and what I think is efficient. And I think against Skaven, you definitely want to lean more into the diversity power of the diversity of arms power that the Empire has and can bring to the battlefield. I mean, Empire isn't known as a very strong, just like, you know, a symmetrical build faction where you're just like, I'm going to go all cav or something. Like, usually, in my opinion, kind of like Skaven, you want to go with some mixed unit tactics. You want to try to have units that complement each other. And here, while Empire Knights and Knights of the Blazing Sun are awesome, I think it was just diminishing returns. You get rid of 2 Knights of the Blazing Sun there, you still have 5 cav, which is a lot, but you also just saved yourself, you know, over 2,000 points. And with over 2,000 points in the Empire, you can grab yourself Free Company Militia, which are some of Skaven's worst nightmares. Free Company Militia, I love them against Skaven. They shoot Rat Ogres to death, and they can win in combat against Skaven slaves and all that crap. You have grenade launchers, you have pistoliers, you have artillery, like, you know, Hellstorm Rocket Battery, like the Sunmaker against the Skaven. Ooh, it can do some nasty things, I tell you what. So this is an army that I do like because I like cav builds. But I think at the end you just need to, you know, mix it up a bit more, have more, you know, cards up your sleeve, so it's not just a one-trick pony. Because going into that battle, it's like very clear what he needed to do, and if he didn't do that, he was going to lose. And what he needed to do was somehow overwhelm the Skaven army and pull it apart quickly enough before he got shot down. But I think the Skaven player did it nicely with the different ranges of fire, and that way, you know, these guys were taking damage the entire way in, and then as soon as they got close range, they started taking a ton of damage because of the Poison Wing Globadiers. But anyways, enough harping from me. Let's kick up the army blocker and go back to the lobby. Updating that scoreboard, 1-0 for RTK Human Boy. Yes, yes. Alrighty. Going over here with our blue player this time, because I started with red last time. We got Chaos being led by HumanBoyYesYes. He is going to have Chaos Marauders, looks like 2 of them. Then we're going to have Warriors with Halberds, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Intense. Mirror Guard, ROR Chaos Warriors is also going to be in the mix. Here we have 4 Marauder Horse Masters and 2 Warhounds and 2 Warhounds with Poison. Now, for the rest of this Chaos army, we're going to have a pretty cool hero squad here in the form of a Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. Going to be on foot. Going to have Final Transmutation and Searing Doom. And then we also have Prince Sigvald the Magnificent with Heroic Killing Blow, Stand Your Ground, Slippery, as well as Arx Armor. Now, yeah, that rounds it out. So let's see what the High Elves have brought for us. And for the High Elves, looks like we are going to be looking at a front line with Spearmen on the flanks. So 1, 2, and 3. 2 on the High Elf left and 1 on their right. We're going to have White Line of Trace, Phoenix Guard, and a Swordmaster of Hoeth. And then we're going to have an extra 2, 1 Silver in Guard and a 1 Spearman in the back flanks. Sorry, I don't know why I said the back flank. That doesn't make any sense. In the rear, we're going to have 3 Lothran Sea Guard in the center, 2 Dragon Princes protecting the rear center, and then we're going to have Alariel the Radiant. Alariel is going to be bringing the Star of Averlorn, along with Arcane Conduit, Tempest, with the Stave of Averlorn, Earthblood, Boon of Isha, Shield of Sathari, and Life Bloom. You go, girl. All right, and here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos going to be kind of pushing off to the left with their Marauder Horsemasters. The Dragon Princes, we'll see how they react. Now, both players really going heavy on the infantry, but High Elves, I guess, have to have the edge, considering 2 Dragon Princes can honestly kill all of the mobility that the Chaos Warriors have in the field right now. But here comes a huge charge into unbraced Chaos Infantry. Dragon Prince is going to pull out right now. Going to take some Javelins in the back. One of them is going to get killed. Looks like he took all of the Javelins to his neck. And, yeah, just like that, Dragon Prince is going to get some nice damage in. And then you're going to see Swordmasters of Hoeth dive into the Mirror Guard, and they are slaughtering them. Mirror Guard, tough cookies, but nothing compared to the Swordmasters of Hoeth. Maybe Sigvald getting in there will change things up, though. Right now, Wildlands of Trace engaging Halberds, and it seems like, you know, Chaos is going to have a tougher time than they anticipated in this infantry fight. Lothern Sea Guard going to be focusing on the Marauder Horsemen, since there's no monsters or anything else here to take on. Stand or Die has been popped, helping the Mirror Guard a bit. And look at that, the Swordmasters Oath are starting to take some damage now. And here comes... Oh no, just kidding. I thought that was going to be a Syrian Doom. Oh, it is a Syrian Doom! And a Star of Averlorn. Can you believe it? So, yeah, Swordmasters of Hoeth taking some damage. Looks like they may actually end up losing that battle against the Mirror Guard with Sigvald there. Man, Sigvald and the caster really turning the tide. Over here in the backlines, we see a lot of Poison Warhounds diving into Lothern Sea Guard right now. I think the Lothern Sea Guard should be able to win that, and now you have Silverin Guard and High Elf Spearmen diving in to take care of those doggos even more. Dragon Princes getting a nasty rear charge into these Chaos Marauders, shattering them almost immediately. And over here, it looks like these Dragon Princes are looking for an opportunity to hit the Horsemasters, but they're going to be pulling out wisely. Over here, a nice final transmutation upgraded, hitting Dragon Princes, Phoenix Guard, and some Spearmen, and doing a hell of a lot of damage. Right now, our red player does have a pretty significant lead in the balance of power. Chaos has gotten some good plays, no doubt, but unfortunately their Warhounds just, I think, needed to be used more with the Marauder Horsemasters to deal with these Dragon Princes and keep slowing them down. But we will see what happens. It kind of looks like they just suicided into the back lines on top of a lot of Lothern Sea Guard. Oh my goodness gracious, people. Ilariel getting smashed pretty hard by Sigvald. I don't know why she decided to get in that combat for a second, but looks like she's thought better of it now and is pulling over to the other side of the fight. Over here, look at that. High Elves with the Dragon Prince have successfully just smashed through those Chaos Halberds and Marauders, and Chaos's infantry is really starting to waver across the battlefield. Swordmasters of Hoeth has regrouped and are helping out the Phoenix Guard and some Spearmen deal with the rest of these Halberds. Marauder Horsemasters, you know, have gotten some good damage, but they're just not getting it out quickly enough. And the Dragon Prince's superb leadership is going to keep them in this fight. And, you know, they're just going to continue cycle charging Chaos to death. Case in point. Oh, here comes the Syrian Doom, though. And it's on top of Dragon Princes. Oh, Syrian Doom is such a wonderful offensive spell. And look at that, Dragon Princes wavering, one of them's routing. Not where the High Elves, what the High Elves want to be seeing right now. But will it be enough? I mean, Lothern Sea Guard, still healthy, still have some decent ammunition, still just destroying the Horsemasters. High Elf Infantry is going to win this fight. It's just a matter of time. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, High Elf starting to push forward and zone out the Horsemasters now. So I think this is going to be the final moments for Chaos. But, oh, look at this! Halberds catching Ilariel! And it's funny, but it's a big deal. RL doesn't want to get caught and killed. That's a quick way to lose the game. Over here, looks like the halberds are finally broken. Chaos Sorcerer of Metal maybe about to break. Sigvald doing just fine. Yeah, looks like everything's pretty much routing now for Chaos. We're going to do a quick pan around the battlefield here. Got some Horse Masters down in the south side of the bottom of the screen. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. This Sigvald is probably going to be the last man standing for the Chaos Forces.
Was not meant to be! Our master deserts us!
Neck travelings are the worst, Jake the Ham. Good to see you, bud. So look at that. Sigvald versus the world. Is Sigvald for real?
For order!
I just love what the High Elves are doing here, you know, just surrounding Sigvald, sending in infantry piecemeal to kill him. Swordmasters of Hoeth not going to be up to the task, though, which is a pretty scary thing, I'm sure, for all the other High Elves. Uh-oh. Looks like the High Elves stopped chasing the Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. Have they realized it yet? Okay, yeah, it looks like they've realized and are chasing him again. As if he came back... Yeah, I probably still wouldn't change anything unless he had the biggest pocket final transmutation of all time that hit Alariel and every unit in this blob. Hey, Zero. Good to see you. Is the Chaos Sorcerer off the map? Yes, he is. And that should do it. I don't know, in all honesty, is how tanky Sigvald is. What does he got? 70 attack, 60 defense. That's not even counting when he's popping stand or die and slippery.
Our cause is failing! Our cause has failed!
I mean, Sigvald, how much healing does he have left? He's still at like 1,000 to go. I think the cycle charging should do it in the end. I just don't know, guys. This would be insane. Would this make Sigvald the best lord in the game? If he can win this?
The Ever Queen!
Healing caps coming into view. '84 melee defense when standard die is popped.
glittering host.
Yeah, I mean, there should just be, like, at some point, I think if it's, like, one model against, I don't know, a certain number of units on the field, it should just route.
Our will is tested.
Because this is kind of insane. Oh, that's what it is. It's his perfect vigor. Yeah, that's why his leadership is so high, because I know he's not unbreakable, but
Destruction awaits.
if he has perfect vigor... Yeah, this would be the most terrifying thing you'd ever see in your life if you're just, like, sitting around as one of these high elves, like, alright, is he dead? No? Yo, he killed the Sword Masters of Hoth? Oh, he killed the Phoenix Guard? Oh.
We are hard pressed.
Look at that, even Alariel's coming in here. Them pulling out. Yep, Sigvald's trying to go after her, but clever move. Lariel actually getting in there, forcing him to attack something else.
Prepare yourselves.
Oh, that was the Silver Guard, so they actually have charge defense against all. So that's kind of ironic that he charged into them. Yeah, lower the leadership, perfect vigor, or leave leadership as is and remove perfect vigor. Stop bullying me. Hey, that was okay. I mean, he is a follower of Slaanesh, is he not? So, you know, there's a meme I saw of like a greater demon of Slaanesh, and it was like a bunch of Empire spearmen stabbing it as it was trying to climb up a wall, and he's like, it makes it so much worse that it moans every time we stab it. I'm kind of nervous that he does, and if that is the case, then this would be one of the craziest matches I've seen. I'm like, yeah, I'll be pretty disgusted if Sigvald wins this. I'll be very disgusted. It's a result of changes, but I've never, like, yeah, this is the first for me in terms of me seeing him come across this broken. I haven't ever seen him like this. I think the High Elves will still be able to do it because they're playing it smart with cycle charges. Especially if Ariel can get in there and get a couple smart hits off. But, yeah, I just don't know. This is insane. I have no idea. Yeah, like I'm saying, this is absolutely insane to me.
For the king!
High Elves have routed everything off the battlefield besides this a long time ago.
King and country! Truth, justice!
Yeah, he's losing health. Human boy, yes, that's a grudging. Looks like both spirits players are in good spirits about this being good sports, but I think both players recognize Sigvald's acting a bit insane right now. I don't think I'll be able to see it until after the game. I can see he's killed 294 units, and to be very clear, those two... Oh no, now I can see it. Oh my god, he's killed almost... He's going closer and closer to half of the army damage value. He's killed 4,500 gold worth of units. For perspective, he just killed off Sword Masters of Hoth, Phoenix Guard, and a ton of spearmen. He has gotten so much value.
End them. Hope is fading.
Oh, thank you, Cascade 1340, but I'm okay. Chaos doesn't deserve to win this, yeah.
We maintained. The Ever Queen. Uncertainty spreads.
This is insane.
For order. All is chaos.
Sigvald. Oh no, he's gonna get a hit off on Alariel.
All hope is lost.
I would have turned him right there. Good comeback. Yeah, Jake the Ham. Dude, no, come on, High Elves, you can do it. They still have 1 full health Lothern Seaguard. He's getting lower and lower on health. 1000 HP. I mean, I hate to say, like, it's risky, but Alariel needs to get some charges in. As insane as it is for me to say that. That's... Well, they do have magical attacks. I'm not sure how much that helps against Sigvald. He doesn't have physical resistance anyhow.
We are lost.
Oh my god, he's already killed half of their health. Our Alariel needs to get in there, like, desperately. There you go, Alariel. No, don't be shy. Get in there. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him.
Failed.
No, 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 no. Turn, run, Alariel. Okay, cool. Now she needs to go back and hit him. Hit him. You gotta get him alone. Now, like, right after he does an attack animation, she just needs to charge in. Oh, perfect timing. There she goes. Oh, no! Oh, my God! This is bananas, people! 820? There he goes. He was trying to charge Alariel. This is disgusting! Oh my god. Come on, Alariel. You can do it. I don't normally openly root for players. I hope other people in the chat can attest to that. I try my best not to play favorites, but this is a battle where I'm just like, yes! She did it! Woo! Okay. Not playing favorites, guys, but that was like... Oh! Oh! Well, thank God. Oh my God. That was insanity. 386 kills. He literally killed 50% of the gold value in the enemy army. A Footlord with no magical abilities killed over half of the gold value in this high elf army. And he did most of it, well, at least like 2,000 damage worth of it after his army was gone. What in the world just happened? Holy banana balls. Yeah, that's a replay I'm saving. I can't, like... Oh, wow. Alright, going back to our red players in season 1 we initially started with in this best of 3. Boy, it feels like years ago after Sigvald went on that slaughter before he was finally taken down by Alariel and a brave band of Lothern Seaguard. But here we have the Chaos again, this time led by our other player, who's also going to have some Horsemasters. Got 2 of them and a single Horseman. And, okay, so 3 Horsemasters, 1 Horseman. We're going to have 2 Warhounds of Poison, plenty of Marauders, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are also going to have the Mirror Guard, 2 Chaos Warriors with Halberds, and 1 unit of Chosen with Halberds. These guys, absolutely vicious, the best of the best. But, as we all know, they're playing the Vampire Coast, so let's see if they get blown to smithereens. Now, for the leadership, we are going to have a Chaos Sorcerer of Fire with Burning Head, Flaming Sword of Ruin, Fireball, and Kindle Flame. Riding his horse. That looks a little bit small for him. Honestly, he might want to upgrade. But it does have a cool horn. Now, we're also going to be seeing the dreaded Sigvald the Magnificent once again, guys. He's going to have Heroic Killing Blow, Stand or Die, Slippery, RX Armor, the whole kit. And we're going to see if he's as terrifying this time as he was last battle. Ay, ay, ay. Now, up here, we are going to have deck droppers with handguns. Going to have 4 of them. Also, Luther Harkin up in the air on top of his Deathstreak Terrorgeist with Hornswaggle. Then we're going to have 3 Sirens, Zombie Gunnery Mob with handguns, Depth Guard, 3 Deckhand Mob, and a White King with a Vampire Fleet Captain with Invocation of Nehek, Taunt, and the Drowned Dead Zombie Summon. So now, looks like immediately we're going to be seeing Chaos go to snipe the enemy Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. Can the Marauder Horsemen and Horsemasters counter it? Burning Head. Oh, nice dodge by the Sirens. Even the zombies are going to be able to get out of its way. Look at him run away slowly like... I mean, as long as Chaos keeps their Marauder Horsemen nearby the casters and stuff and protect them, their infantry, with the support of the Bright Wizard, can get through the Vampire Coast infantry. But, yeah, that Bright Wizard needs to stay alive. And here comes a Flaming Sword of Ruin. And that is going to really change up this combat in a very frightening way. Those Sirens are going to have to turn around and start running as all of these units are imbued with magic and fire attack damage. Oh, Luther Harkin going right after the Sorcerer of Fire. Burning Head going to go off target, but it's going to hit the Depth Guard maybe? Oh no, just kidding. It's going to the Sirens now. Oh, the Sirens getting burninated along with the Marauders, but Marauders definitely a lot more sacrificable than Sirens. Over here, Chaos kind of getting into the back lines, if you can call it that, of the Vampire Coast army, but will they be able to do it? Right now, Bright's, the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire, very, very weak, probably going to die very quickly, and if she, or he, whichever it is, does not kill off the Sirens, then I think Chaos is going to lose it, and looks like they may be in that situation right now. Shattered Bright Wizard, no more magic on the field for the forces of Chaos. Right now, Sigvald going in here trying to make sure he can kill off all of the healing from Chaos with Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, given that the fleet captain is on foot, not very mobile. Alright, Warhound's going in for rear charges. Infantry on the ground is starting to suffer. Breath going in after Sigvald, but not doing the most damage, honestly. Now they're going to continue sniping him, doing a lot of damage. Sigvald's desperately trying to shut down this fleet captain. Man, another huge hit. Sigvald is an absolute tank. And there goes another hit. He's crumbling. Is this guy going to go out? And boom. Sigvald has killed the Vampire fleet captain. No more Invocation of the Heck. Luther Harkin does still have regeneration now. So we will see if it matters in the end. The balance of power is still in favor of the Vampire Coast, but getting a lot more even after some of these recent Chaos plays. And now Sigvald is going after the White King. And have to say, White King going to get pinned in place now by some Marauders. And that may allow Sigvald to come in and eliminate him. There goes another huge hit, and boom. The White King, or sorry, the Gunnery White is going down. Over here, Sirens crumbling out of existence. They've been surrounded by Warhounds and Chaos Infantry. And would you look at this, guys? Chaos really starting to take away the lead here. And Sigvald in this match is actually taking a lot more damage than he was in the other matches. But would you look at that? I think he might be okay nonetheless. He's got a lot of infantry here to support him. These guys are crumbling out. As soon as the Vampire Coast runs out of infantry on the ground, they'll have to land. I mean, they do have a unit of depth guard. Just noticed that, but they chosen with halberds. You know, they're still here. They have armor piercing. They'll be okay. Still have Marauder Horsemen for the massed pin units in place so they can't cycle charge easily. And yeah, all of the bats are now crumbling out. It's looking to me like this is going to be a chaos victory. But this time, not on the back of Sigvald. Although, he's still MVP, killing off all those heroes on the ground. Alright, Halberd's getting into combat with the depth guard now. Yeah, Chaos has so much infantry. They just have so many units left. Oh, big hit on top of Prince Sigvald the Magnificent. See Luther Harkin just trying to pull out and get out of here. He ain't too worried. Doesn't look like he's having a problem getting out of here. Sigvald gonna get charged again. Luther Harkin still shooting him as well. Looks like the depth guard are going to go down, though, and Luther Harkin, even if he kills Sigvald, can he deal with the rest of this army? Oh, a big terror rout on those two units. The Chosen with Halberds are not breaking, though, and now Luther Harkin getting himself in a precarious situation, kind of as a Hail Mary here, get a terror rout and save the depth guard, but now all of the Marauder Horsemen are diving in, and it looks like Chaos is going to drag him down. He is not going back up in the air with this many Marauder Horsemasters on him. And that's going to be a GG. Biblington winning it 2-1, coming back from an 0-1 deficit after the first round.